Watch your step, or it might cost you. Any confusion over when you're supposed to cross the street is being cleared up, hopefully. And crossing at the wrong time could get you a $130 fine. Nikki Schenfeld joins us now and tells us more. Nikki?
Honolulu police say it's always been illegal to enter a crosswalk when the red hand is flashing or when it reads "do not walk." The rules were recently made more clear as technology and the countdown numbers have become more advanced. Lawmakers passed a bill re-emphasizing that it is illegal to cross the street if the red palm is flashing or reads "do not walk."
But basically what the law did is it just clarified what the definition of the countdown timers are and clarified what pedestrians are to do when they're at an intersection equipped with countdown timers.
Most pedestrians assumed those timers told you how much time you had left to cross.
I thought the seconds that flashing is because you get 15, 14 seconds more to cross across the street.
When really it's so people who are already crossing legally know how quickly they need to get to the other side.
If you're already in the intersection when that countdown timer begins, then you should have enough time and it's legal for you to continue crossing either all the way through the intersection or if there are intersections that have a safety zone in the middle.
And several pedestrians that I spoke with today said they feel like they don't have enough time to cross before the timer starts because drivers are failing to yield to them. Now, HPD says failing to yield to a pedestrian is also a $130 fine minimum.
In that kind of situation, the legal thing for the pedestrian to do would be to step off the corner when the signal is white. But again, I would advise any pedestrian, whether it be an old person, a young person, a little kid, when I cross the street with my kids, is what I make them do. We look left, we look right, we look left again. Even though it might be legal to cross the street, it might not be safe to cross the street.
He advises pedestrians to make eye contact with drivers so they're aware as well. And even though some signals show the walking symbol for only a couple of seconds, it's better to be safe than sorry.
Our main concern is that we want people to be able to cross the street safely. And if that means citing pedestrians or citing motorists to make sure that everyone is obeying their responsibilities under the law at an intersection, then that's what we'll do.
HPD did issue about 2,700 tickets to pedestrians who violated the rule last year. Back to you.
Thank you, Nikki.